Okay, I get asked, how do I put the holes in these pots all the time? I don't drill them. I put them in before I pour. These are just little silicone rods that I bought. I cut them about 1.5 inches or something like that. Long, about 1 inch long or so. You can cut them as long as you want them or as short as you want them. They're about 1/2 inch thick. I got these off Amazon, cut a bunch of them. They're majorly reusable, so I reuse them. So I'm going to show you what I do. I move from using the glue dots to using double-sided tape. And you can use whatever you want to do. This is only a temporary affix anyway to the mold. So I just kind of put them on like this, double-sided tape. It's just so I don't waste double-sided tape. That one still got the double-sided tape on it from last time. So I just put them on like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Keep in mind where, see, and then I just peel off the double-sided tape that was on there. I'm mainly just doing this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. This is the cheap accountant in me. I don't want to waste double-sided tape. But you can do this any way you want to do it. I mean, I just do it this way. Whoops. Let's just stay stuck on there. There we go. So I do that. I know some people use glue sticks and that kind of stuff. I'm not a fan of that, but that's just how I do it. Come on, stick on there. Didn't want to stick on there. And then what you can do is you can just trim these if you want to. Oops, we don't want that in the mold though. Mold. So you can just trim them. Don't really need to. It's all personal preference. I think it just looks a little nicer. Can't hold on to anything today. Come on. Get it. This just makes the hole look a little bit nicer, that's all it does. Because I know some people drill holes through these after they get done and that kind of stuff. And I just think this is a little bit easier, less hassle in the end. Okay. All these are kind of cut to fit. And I just pull off the little second, see, so it's still on there. And then I'll just kind of put it in the middle. And it'll be perfect. Keep in mind, none of this stuff that we do has to be perfect. Now the short one here, I'm going to put in the little cat mold. I'll just put it in the middle. See, it just kind of sticks on there. I know you can buy this double-sided tape that's, the right width and size, so you don't have to cut it. But come on. this one here, for some reason, does not want to stick on here. On that side. Because I know everybody wants to know how I do these to make it easier. So I just stick them kind of in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Keep in mind, doesn't have to be perfect. So that's the first part. So I'm going to show you how I pour these too. So let me get all that stuff ready because these are pretty big planters. I haven't shown these yet because I just got the molds yesterday. But these are pretty substantial. These would make a heck of a candle vessel. These are all different. So I'll get these ready and then I'll pick you back up then. Okay. Now to make these come out easier, I'm just using this. You can use whatever you want to use for a mold release spray. It just helps these slide out a little easier. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be neat. Just spray a little bit on there. It's fine. You can move it around if you want to. But the idea then is it just makes that plug pull out easier. Okay, so let's do some pours now. Let me check something before I do it. So our first one's going to be the cat. I'm going to use my little putty knife for this. I'm pouring these without any colors, so I'm just going to pretty straightforward pour here. Mix everything up. Pour it in. The idea with this cat mold is since it has ears, we want to make sure that we get a good pour down into the ears. Everything else is not such a big deal, but the ears are a big deal to me. I'm just making sure that we don't have any lumps here in this one. It's the stuff that you can't be getting dirty with. So since the ears are on this side of the mold, I pour down this side of the mold first. I'm not too worried about this mold. I'm trying not to pour it on top of the my plug. So then I just let this go. Cat's done, doing just a little bit, not much. Now, cat's done. These 4 molds take different amounts. So that's why I like getting everything set up beforehand. Because the 2 bigger ones take 20 grams more of cement than the littler ones. So what I like to do is get everything set up in order. So I'm not trying to figure stuff out. So get all your prep time done. Get all your prep. I'm not going to do any colors in these. Normally I would probably do these in gold. But today we're not going to do that. I'm just pouring these regular. I want to see how they go over in the market. And if you wonder what my mix looks like, it's this type. So I pour a little wet, a little thin. Some people don't. this is my personal preference, especially with detail like are in these 4 molds. I like to pour a little bit thinner to make sure that the detail comes out. And that double-sided tape just keeps that plug from moving. I try to keep my waist down to a minimum here, as you see. I'll just do a little tapping, not much. There's very little bubbles in these things, so I'm not going to worry about it. So then we do our other one. I got 2 more. The 2 big ones in the back I'll do last. And I have recipes for all of this stuff. Even though the CATS 560 A and B's are these guys, they take 600s. C and D are those 2. Yeah, those 2 are C and D. Those are 2 A and B's. Both of those 2 take 580s. Those 2 take 600s. So I'm just using my standard 4-to-1 mix. Even though I'm adding about 2 grams additional grams of water to these to get my mix where I want it to go. I really like it a little bit thinner because the detail on these pots is very fine, and if your mix is too thick, you will get bigger bubbles, and you will get you won't get as much detail. So this mold is not round, but I don't care because the top is round. So the bottom is not round, the top is round. So I'm really not too worried about it. There's 3 done, 2 to go. Let's get a little closer. A very humid day going on today here. It's been raining for about a week. Since these are my little testers, I like doing tests inside of the house instead of going out to the workshop and do it. And I can work around my other schedule and everything else I need to get done. I wasn't going to do these the 3rd set. I was going to keep with this 2 sets. And I thought, when people ask how I do these plugs, I thought I would do a video on how I do the plugs and how I pour these. Then to the left. And these guys, I try to keep waste down to about 1% or less on what I do. Because the more you throw away, the more money you're throwing away. So I don't like to waste money. Okay, last one. Okay, last one. This is the one that didn't want to stick too well, so watch this guy as I pour it. Make sure it stays where I put it. They normally do if you don't hit him. Just seem they don't want to stick. So this guy I'm going to go a little bit higher than the edge that it has. Oops. Overfilled that one a little bit. But we're going with it. We'll file that off when I get done with it. So that's it for that one. I'll do a demold later. But, you know, if you keep your recipes pretty tight, you won't be wasting a whole lot. So these will be done in about 3 hours or so. I'll do a demold later on. Thanks, bye.